Do you love superpowers? Do you love to see good versus evil? The spandex and capes, what gets your jimmies rockin'? Well, if so, then I got some pleasant news for you. On September 9th, we're gonna get our very first Disney and Marvel gaming showcase. What's up guys, it's Flexin85, and in today's video we're gonna talk about what's expected to be there, what we know will be there, and what we deeply hope is there. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so before we get into the rumors and the predictions, let's discuss on stuff that we actually know is going to be at the showcase. So we know Marvel's Midnight Suns will be there, so I kind of want to see more on this game. I'm intrigued by it. I'm going to be honest, I'm really not completely sold on it, but it is from the creators of XCOM, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do in the Marvel Universe. Another game on the list that's been announced to be at the showcase is the Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. I know it seems a lot of Lego fans are super excited about this game. I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of burnt out on the Lego games, but for all you Lego fans or Star Wars fans or both, you'll be happy to know that that game will be at the showcase, so expect to see more on that one. Alright, so the game that's going to be there, and from what we know, we're only getting a sneak peek at it, but I'm actually very excited about this game. So, Amy Hennig is with a new company, and it's called Skydance Studios, and they are working on a Marvel game. So, for you guys that don't know, Amy Hennig was actually the lead writer and the lead creative director for the Uncharted games. So she worked on 4 Uncharted games. I believe she also was behind The Last of Us Part 1. So she has a tremendous track record, and even before then, she worked on like Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain, Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. So she's been in the industry for decades, and she has a phenomenal track record. So it will be a Marvel single player story driven narrative game from what I understand, and I actually cannot wait to see what this game has in store for us. I love Marvel comics, I love the Marvel movies, but I will say their games honestly really aren't the best. Outside of Guardians of the Galaxies recently, they've had a lot of flops, so we could use another great Marvel game, and I hope this one delivers. Alright, so these are games that are expected to be there. They might be there, they might not, who knows. But 2 of them is actually Sony games, and that's Marvel's Wolverine and Spider-Man 2. So even though these are Marvel games and everyone's dying to see more on them, I would be kind of interested if both of these games show up at the showcase, because Sony normally does their own press conference event around this time of the year. And so far they've been radio silent, and these are their 2 biggest upcoming games outside of God of War, which releases in a couple of months. So if these games show up at the showcase and Sony does a showcase, are we just going to see more on these games? It would kind of put Sony in a bad spot. But either way, I mean, it really doesn't matter where they're shown. Most people are very excited about these games. Spider-Man 1 was phenomenal. I can't wait to see more on 2. And Marvel's Wolverine, we've only seen a cinematic trailer, so hopefully we get more details on that. So it's definitely an exciting time for Sony fans, and hopefully they tune in and they get to see some of their upcoming exclusives. Alright, so some other games outside of the Sony realm of exclusivity that might be at the showcase. One of them is actually a Black Panther game. Now this is just rumored. It hasn't even been officially announced, but the rumors are there, and I think the showcase would be a perfect time to show this game off, at least a teaser. Everyone is so pumped for Black Panther 2 the movie, and you could feed into that hype by announcing the game. So I think Black Panther would be like a great character to play as in a game. You could do so many different settings. He has the climbing, the kung fu, the martial arts, the claws. I mean, it's just awesome. So hopefully we get that. Hopefully that game is real. Either way, if it is real, it's a huge win for us. And the other game on the list that's speculated to be there is actually the new Kingdom Hearts. So I know that they have announced that they're working on Kingdom Hearts 4. I don't know if it's called 4, but whatever, the new major Kingdom Hearts game, and it is a Disney and Marvel showcase, so it makes sense for Disney to have some big games there. And this would be kind of a good time to show off Kingdom Hearts. You know, it's such a big franchise that they could open the show with it, close the show with it. It has the staying power. It's one of, I think it might be like the biggest hardcore Disney franchise for gamers. So hopefully we get to see some more on that game. Okay, so now that we got that stuff out of the way, let's talk about some games that realistically there's like a 99.99% chance, probably 100% chance they don't exist or won't be there, but let's discuss it anyways. So, Punisher. Oh my goodness, he hasn't had a good video game since the one on the PS2, and I would love to get another Punisher game. Make it third person like Max Payne, have it almost just like a remaster of the PS2 game. Oh, it was so good. You could interrogate the enemies, you could kill people left and right. It was violent, and it would just, now's the time. We need a new Punisher game. The show was fantastic. He's such an underrated character, and he's different from all the other ones that the game would stand out in today's world with Gears of War and all these other violent games coming out. We need to put Punisher back on top and really give him the moment to shine. So another game I would really love to see at the showcase, and I can't believe we haven't got another one outside of the one on the Switch, of course, but would be a new Marvel Ultimate Alliance game. So Marvel Comics, they have such tremendous characters, but they have so many fantastic teams. We have the Defenders, the Avengers, we have Fantastic Four. It's almost like every character is part of a team, and the teams shine so much. The fact that we don't have Marvel co-op games that are good, or hardly any at all, it should be a crime. So I would love to see a new Marvel Ultimate Alliance or a new revamped version of Marvel Heroes. Bring that back. Action RPGs have been on the rise, and with like Path of Exile 2 and the upcoming Diablo 4, like they're making a comeback, and I believe if they took that game and brought it back and added some quality of life and really marketed the game, it would be very successful. Or maybe that's just my bias speaking, because I love action RPGs and I love Marvel Comics, but either way, I would love to see some sort of co-op Marvel game at the show. Alright, so the last game on my wish list, and I could pretty much guarantee this game will never exist. Maybe some fan-made game sometime, and yeah, that's the only way this thing would happen, but this happens, woo, huge win for fans. So in 2007, way back then, Marvel actually released, I think it was like 4-issue, 5-issue comic book series with Marvel Zombies. But it wasn't just regular Marvel Zombies. It was Marvel Zombies versus the Army of Darkness. So that's right, it had the chainsaw wielding Ash Williams go against Marvel Zombies. And could you imagine if you're playing Ash from the Evil Dead and you're fighting Marvel Zombies? Woo, that would be like a dream come true for me. That is just the fact that they didn't take that further than just a limited comic book series is, in my opinion, one of the greatest crimes against humanity. So if we get a game in that setting with that character, as that's who you play as, and you have to slaughter the Marvel Zombies, I would buy that stuff day one. Even if it's a Game Pass, I would drop the $60 to buy it. But that's gonna do it for the video. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. I do love talking about Marvel Comics, and I love playing video games, so I'm definitely looking forward to the showcase. But if you want to be jacked and ripped like the Hulk, you can start by smashing that like button. Or if you want to be witty and charming, you can leave a comment down below like Tony Stark. But I will catch you guys next time.